kind of screwed up the time a little bit. Sorry for that, but here I am, and so I just parked and I'm walking over to the beach. You gotta see this place. It's one of my favorite places on earth. It's in Santa Monica, California, and it is gorgeous. Check this out. Yes, that's right. That's the Pacific. If you look a little bit in that direction, you'll see the pier. It's Santa Monica Pier. Let's see, can I help you see it a little better? There we go. Santa Monica Pier right there. This is PCH. You've probably heard about PCH. It's been closed for a bit after the LA fires, but most of it is open at this point. All right, so back to what we were talking about. So I scheduled this YouTube live. Oh wait, I should probably turn around so that you can actually see the beach, not just me. All right, so as I was saying, this is one of my favorite places. It's gorgeous. California at its finest. If you look in that direction, that's where all of the shops are and the cafes. And it's where I'm about to meet somebody for lunch, in fact. So I'm jumping on this YouTube live before lunch. Some of what we do here in LA is we meet up with each other. We discuss whatever's going on. We have lunches, we have coffees, and part of Hollywood is networking and connections and seeing what everybody else is up to and sharing what you're up to. So there's a lot of that goes on in LA, and I like that part actually. So I like to meet up with people. I'm always here to listen and see what's going on with everybody. So that's always fun for me. Not everybody loves it. Some people can't stand it, and some people avoid it like the plague. But I'm an inviter. I like to invite people to lunch. I like to invite people to coffee, and not even for any particular reason, just because it's fun to do it. So I love when people say yes. Not everybody does. But as a therapist, I also really believe in saying yes to things, offers, life, relationships, friendships, connections. That's what life is all about. Okay, so I put this out on my YouTube channel before, that I was going to be answering questions about anything and everything. I am here and I'm ready to answer your questions about celebrities, about celebrity interviews, about therapy, because yes, I'm a therapist, in case you missed that little factoid somewhere. Whatever you want to know, go ahead and ask. I'm watching the chat and I'm ready for you. I'm here for it. In the meantime, let me show you some more sights from Santa Monica, California. The beach. This is one of the most popular beaches for sure, and it's huge. A lot of tourists come here, and a lot of people who live in California like to go to Santa Monica as well. So here's something cool too. Check this out. You see this cliff? I guess these are, okay, I probably shouldn't be saying this because I'm not an expert on LA, but I think these are technically the Palisades, the Pacific Palisades. We have Palisades in New York and New Jersey, and we call those the Palisades. But these look like the Palisades to me, and I know that Pacific Palisades is nearby, so I'm going to assume those are called the Pacific Palisades, or the Palisades for short. Okay, waiting for your questions, guys. So whatever you've got, throw them at me. You want to know about what it's like to actually interview celebrities? You want to know if I've ever been starstruck? Do you want to know who my favorite celebrity interview was? You tell me what you want to know. I am here for it. All right, I got somebody in the chat. Yes, is it in LA? Yes, I am in LA right now. Oh yeah, Santa Monica is. It's technically part of LA. It's part of LA County for sure. And again, I'm not an expert on California quite yet. I've only lived here for about 1.5 years. But is it part of the greater Los Angeles area? Absolutely. But I know there are different little segments within LA. Some are like separate municipalities or cities. They're incorporated, and some are just just considered Los Angeles. All right, let's see. You're from Germany. Excellent. Then I guess I am an LA pro compared to you, I guess. So yeah, okay, this is part of LA. So here's what we're looking at. This is the Pacific Ocean. And if you go down in that direction there, that goes south towards LA, most of LA. Although there's a lot of LA this way too, which is east. Now, if you go this way, you're gonna hit Hollywood, but you have to go pretty far. LA is quite sprawling and spread out, which you probably already know. So to get almost anywhere, it's gonna be a drive. And yes, there is definitely traffic in LA. That is not a falsity, it is the truth. And it depends on where you are, but almost no matter where you are, you're gonna hit traffic most of the places where you're going. So some people like to just hang out in their cars, in their houses, and be like, you know what, I don't need to go out. But to me, dodging the traffic, not dodging it, but dealing with it is worth it most of the time. It depends on what I'm doing. All right, so this is all of LA. All right, I'm gonna show you something else too. So down here past the Santa Monica Pier, let's see if you can see this. Past the pier there is, in the very far distance, you can see Marina del Rey into Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach. That's all part of, well, not Marina del Rey, but Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, that's all considered South Bay. And that is one of the coolest parts in LA, personally. I love it. It's very beachy and it feels like a complete beach town. Doesn't feel like LA at all, but Hollywood, LA, all the LA things are so easy to get to from Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach. And it's a really cool community there. People really know each other. There's a place called the Strand that I like to take walks on. There's people running and renting bikes and whatnot. It is a great place to go. So if you do have any plans to come to LA, definitely hit Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach. It's one of my favorite spots. Okay, let's see, what else have we got here? Going to the US someday, definitely go to the US. Okay, Okay, so if you go to the US, gotta go to LA, gotta go to New York too. That's my other favorite city, is New York. There's nothing like New York and there's nothing like LA. They're so different, but they're both super vibrant. One of my favorite things about coming out here to live is that I can see that there are so many people who are doing things, creating things. They have projects in the works. They have ideas. I was actually talking to somebody the other day and she moved here from West Virginia. And she said she loves California because she feels like it's the land of dreamers. And I think that's true, but in a good way. Not dreamers in a sense that their heads are in the clouds. I think people come here because they have ideas and they have ambition and they have passion projects and they want to do things. And I definitely see when I'm here that there are a lot of people with that kind of mentality. And I personally really like being surrounded by that. People are go-getters in New York too. Not everybody, but there are plenty of go-getters or dreamers in New York too. But you need a little more grit to handle New York, I think, especially with the weather. And I love the grit of New York City too, don't get me wrong. All right, let's see some other things. What else have we got here? You get the vibe. Okay. So are you getting the vibe of LA from being here? Uh-oh, there's a little garbage I just passed. So yeah, all right, that's not the greatest vibe. Let's see. All right, question. You had a question. Rudolph wants to know, will I visit Germany someday? Well, I have visited Germany and I like Germany a lot. I've been in Dusseldorf and Cologne, otherwise known as Cologne. And in fact, I have family from Germany, ancestors. Although I'm not positive, we're still figuring out if they're from Germany, Austria, or what was called Austria-Hungary. So to be determined on that. Let's see. What else have we got here? Okay, so down here you also see bikers. And what else can I tell you? You want to know anything about TV? Do you want to know about movies? Tonight I'm going to a film screening. A lot of film screenings happen here in LA because there are a lot of people in the entertainment industry who want to see movies before they come out. So I get invited to screenings a lot. Some of them have Q&As. Some of them have the actors from the movies there, kind of mixing and mingling with the crowd. And so that's always fun. Well, it's not always fun, but lots of times it is. And okay, so all right, let me tell you some more. All right, so here I am. This, as I said, is Santa Monica, and the sign I think you just saw says Wilshire. So that's Wilshire Boulevard. So if you were to take Wilshire Boulevard, this is obviously at the end of it because we're at the Pacific Ocean, but if you were to take Wilshire all the way east, you would eventually get to Beverly Hills. another nice area in Los Angeles is indeed Beverly Hills. All right, what else do we have? What else do we have? Germany. Grew up in Germany. Your mom is from Denmark. Okay. So, have you seen the show Borgen, which takes place in Denmark? I love that show. It's on Netflix. If you've missed it, I recommend you check it out. All right, I feel like I should be moderating these comments too, because there are probably some inappropriate ones on here. But it's sunny out. There's a bit of a glare on my phone. I can't quite see. And I don't want to interrupt my chat just to take these comments down. All right, what else can I tell you? You want to know anything about therapy? Oh yeah, let's talk about therapy for a second since I'm a therapist. Let's talk about insurance companies. Therapy and insurance. Well, insurance companies, as we know, deny as much as they can, right? Insurance companies don't like to pay for services because it's less money for them. And it's all about profit with insurance companies here in the United States. So therapy is supposed to be covered by insurance. Most insurance plans have some sort of out-of-network or in-network or both benefits for mental health services. Unfortunately, if you don't have a great insurance company, you may not get therapy covered by insurance. You're going to have to pay out of pocket. But if you do have insurance, you definitely want to try your benefits. And even if your therapist is not in network, you can try to see if you'll get reimbursement for costs from an out-of-network therapist, which pretty much every therapist is considered out-of-network if they don't work directly with insurance companies. So if you want to see a therapist, you want to get to therapy, you have insurance, but you don't know about a therapist who, or you don't have a recommendation for a therapist who's considered in network, and you want to go to your wonderful, fabulous therapist who doesn't work with your insurance plan, that's fine. Call your insurance company and ask them what your out-of-network mental health benefits, and hopefully they will cover a certain portion of your therapy costs. Okay, so I'm not feeling the therapy discussion today because it feels kind of weird talking about therapy from the beach, although both are aspects of life, and important ones and enriching ones. All right, let's see. Can we get some other questions from or about Hollywood, Los Angeles, California? How about the weather? How about the weather in LA? The weather in LA, as you probably heard, is perfect. It is pretty perfect. So right now it's probably 65 degrees here. I can wear this jacket, or if I want, I can take it off. I can have short sleeves on, and I'm gonna be just as comfortable. It's like you feel the sun on your arms. It's great. So you can be half-half. You be whatever you're in the mood for. Right now I'm going to be half-half. I'm going to be half in the sun, warmed by the sun on my arm, and the other half warmed by my jacket, also in the sun. This jacket came from Istanbul, Turkey. I went last summer with my husband. We were there for about a week and did some shopping because I always like to go shopping wherever I am, and got this cool coat. Did a little negotiating with the owner of the store and got myself a deal on the coat. All right, I think I might be wrapping up because it's been a bit. I have about 10 minutes to get to my lunch with a contact here that I have in LA. And any other questions for me, please shout them out to me. Like, send me a comment on one of my videos or send me an email. I have that email set up in my settings on my YouTube channel. If you have not caught my celebrity interviews yet, what are you waiting for? I'm guessing you probably have. Which ones have you seen? I'd love to know. Is it Cesar Millan? Is it Jeff Garlin? You know, I had an interview with Justin Baldoni too. I don't know if you know that or not, but Justin Baldoni is quite a person in the news these days. His fight with Blake Lively is going strong. There's a lot of info going out there. Nobody really knows what happened. I don't know what happened between the two of them and the movie It Ends With Us, but I can tell you this much. I should be having the beach in the background, but I can tell you this much. When I talked to Justin, I saw a really nice guy, at least in my interaction with him. And so when I heard about this stuff going on with Blake Lively, I was like, what? So again, I have no idea what happened between the two of them. I was not there, and I'm not going to stand up for somebody who I really don't know did what. But I will say that I did experience Justin Baldoni in just kind of a one-to-one situation. And I asked him a lot of questions about himself and his life and the people in his life. And he told me a lot about those things. So if you want to go back and watch that, I definitely recommend it. It's an interesting show. It's think I titled it, Who is Justin Baldoni? I reran it a couple of months ago. You can find that. It's in one of my more recent videos. And also check out my recent sizzle reel. I just uploaded it this morning. It's a little bit different from my regular sizzle reel for the show. It's a little bit more therapy oriented, but I'm curious as to what you guys think about it. So check it out. If you go to Really Famous on YouTube to my homepage there, you'll see the new sizzle reel. Check it out. Watch it. Anything else? Have anything else to tell me? Ask me anything? I'm scrolling, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm in this YouTube live boot camp right now, by the way. So YouTube asked me to join this boot camp where they teach us some strategies for going live vertically. This is vertical, which is what you can see now. I guess they're encouraging more YouTubers to do more of these vertical lives, and I will be doing more of them. I like them to interact with you guys, and I'll do more of them. So some from the beach, some from other places, some from maybe Hollywood events, and I think I'll probably do a live or two before my next celebrity interview. I have a few people coming up on the show, some tapings, some filmings coming up, and maybe I'll pop onto YouTube live at the beginning as we're setting up so you can see what's going on. Maybe I'll catch some of the interview for you live, and then you can watch the whole video once I post it on YouTube. All right, anything else? Let me know. I'm here for you. Thanks for joining me today, wherever you are, from Germany, from anywhere else you are. I hope to see you next time. And questions, comments, send them my way. Should I show you what it's like when I walk towards Santa Monica? Maybe I'll stay on YouTube Live just so that you can see a little bit more than just the beach behind me. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to across the street. Ocean Avenue is what it's called. So PCH is at a lower level. It's close to the beach. As you can see, I'm high up right now. I'm raised up. So Santa Monica is, part of it is lower right at the beach, and another part of it is elevated. All right, just hit the walk button. Here's what I'm looking at. There are people always walking along here in Santa Monica. It's great. There's always activity here. And another thing I realize is that people like to show their looks here. So when you're walking around Santa Monica or you're sitting down on a bench, it's great to catch other people's looks and styles. And people do have styles and they do have looks and they like to show them off here. It's one of my favorite things about Santa Monica. I also love the palm trees, although I'm not quite getting one for you to see. There is one. Yes, the palm trees. Okay, so Florida. Hey, Johnny, you're from Florida. Nice to see you. What part of Florida are you from? I lived in Florida for a while. Not sure if you're aware of that. If you know my background, maybe you know. I went to the University of Florida undergrad. I went to Columbia University for grad school. So, yeah, I lived in Gainesville for a few years. And in fact, after I graduated from college, I decided I majored in accounting in college. Who would guess? Majored in accounting. I knew I didn't like it, but I had that degree. So when I graduated from the University of Florida, I got a job at a bank. That's right, in finance. I was doing finance work for a big bank in Orlando. I lived there, and I did like living in Orlando. It was fun. It's like people go there for vacation, and I got to live there, so I felt pretty lucky about that. Oh wait, I just realized I passed my car and I need to change my shoes before I go to lunch. But I'll finish my story real quick. So yeah, I lived in Orlando, loved it, but it got so hot. I'm like, it is too hot and humid in Florida, and I need a little bit more activity than just this vacationing stuff. So I moved back up to New York. Lived there for a lot of years, started going out to California, and finally decided and convinced my husband that yes, we need to move to California. And here we are. But I go back to New York a lot. All right, that is it for now, guys. I've got to catch my friend at lunch. And thanks for joining. I will chat with you later. This has been great.